Hey there friends, welcome to the channel. This is Dominique from the Pixie Planner, and in today's video I am going to be showing you a very detailed walkthrough of the brand new 2021 Mäksēlife Planner. Now before I get started, if this is your first time to my channel, I want to say thank you so very much for clicking on this video. I do hope you consider subscribing and joining this family. And I do want to add a disclaimer. There's going to be a lot of information coming your way during this video. So if you have any questions on pricing or product details, check down below in the description. Everything will be written out for you. I also am going to include a link directly to the Mäksēlife website. It is an affiliate link, so I do appreciate any support that I get from you guys. It does help to keep this channel going. Now let's just dive right into the planner, and we'll start here with the keepsake box. You are going to receive this box when your planner arrives. It is going to be safely kept inside of here. It's beautiful, thin pinstripe design. Very clean, very classic look, and it's heavy duty. So your planner is going to be well protected. Even after the year is over, you have something to store all of those beautiful memories. And even when you collect like these little bits and bobs throughout the year, maybe like wedding invitations or tickets to a concert, hopefully we'll get there soon. But this is great to have as far as a collection of your year. So this keepsake box will be great to just have everything in one. Now we're just going to open her right up. And so the cover that I have chosen here is a beautiful dark blue with a rainbow. It says, "Hold on to your vision." Now, I will share that these planners do have interchangeable covers this year, and I'm going to quickly show you that while I'm chatting about it. I'm not going to go into removing this cover and changing it out just yet. I might do that in another video. But this is the other cover design that I chose, and I just love the simplicity of a clean pinstripe design. So I went ahead and got this other cover, and it's classic, it's clean, you can't go wrong with it, and it has that beautiful pinstripe design on the inside that you find on your keepsake box. So they are interchangeable, and as far as the covers go, you can buy them individually, and they are listed at $10. There's 4 covers to choose from, so these are 2 of the 4, and again, they're listed at $10. So this is like heavy duty protection for your planner, and I love it. I am all about going classic for this next year and keeping things a little bit more simple. So the design really matches that. Now you do, as you can see, have a very sturdy elastic closure. The wire is the O-wire design. And in the past with other companies, I have not had the best luck with these. They've really dented up or bent on me because I do throw my planners in the purse and don't really, I would rather not worry about breaking my planner, but some of them I've had to be careful. This is not one of those planners where I've had to be careful when I'm tossing this in my purse. So the wire O binding has been super durable. I've had no issues with it, no bending, and it's been just great overall. The planner itself is a 7x9 size. The paper is a beautiful bright white 120 GSM recycled paper. You have a great sturdy, like this is not too loose or anything, a great sturdy elastic cover. So that way, as it fills up too, if you're a sticker user, you've got plenty of room to expand, but still have it nicely held together, especially if you're going to be throwing this in your purse. So let's open her right up. And you see on the inside, you have the beautiful thin pinstripe design. You have the nameplate page, Mäksēlife 2021. Now, what makes this planner so different from any other one on the market is that it is a goal setting and weekly planner. I have the horizontal layout. There is also a vertical layout. So you have two layouts to choose from. Now, the biggest highlight to this planner, in my opinion, is how simple yet effective the goal setting pages are. I am someone who has struggled with goal setting for a very long time, and I know a lot of you are out there. And for myself, a big reason was there was too much prep work in the products that I had tried in the past. And because there was so much prep work, I would lose my focus and lose my direction very easily. And when it comes to the Mäksēlife, you also have Sierra, who's the founder of Mäksēlife, guiding you through the instructions on the page. So she's kind of holding your hand through it all. And I greatly appreciate that she keeps it in bite-sized pieces that are easy to digest and simple to comprehend and simple to work through. So enough rambling, let me just start flipping. So you have the introduction page here from Sierra, gives you a little bit of her story. And Sierra is a life coach. So she has worked as a life coach for a very long time. She is also on Instagram and has a great presence as Planner Friend on Instagram. I have enjoyed following her for a while now. And she is just a ball of light. And I highly recommend that you check her out on Instagram. I will leave that information down below. But so you have a little introduction page from her. And then we have here getting started. So this is what I was mentioning about how she holds your hand through the whole process of setting your goals and making the most out of this planner. So we have a breakdown here of how to get started and the features of the planner. So you have weekly note pages, you have weekly tips to implement. You also have a gratitude section and habit tracking. So already with the weekly pages, you have a lot of areas of focus that are guiding you with your goals. I'm sure a lot of us are going to have goals for practicing more gratitude or building better habits or journaling more. So you already have a lot of this within your pages as reminders as you work through these goals. And I love that about the weekly features. So over here on the right side, you then have the start of your goal setting. And it is a 5-step process that Sierra has created. And the steps are compass assessment, setting intentions, annual goals and vision, monthly goals and weekly actions, and then monthly reflections and quarterly review. So let's look at step 1 real quick. This is going to be kind of the meat of the goal system, which is your compass assessment. So flipping over, you have here your life compass. And what you're going to be doing is coming to these next few pages and assessing each area of your life by giving it a rating from 1 to 10. Now, under each area, you have a couple of things to ask yourself. So, for example, under personal, you're asking yourself, are my basic needs taken care of? If you believe absolutely 100%, you would rate it a 10. If you think, you know what, there's definitely some improvement that could be happening there, then you give it a 4 or a 5, whatever it may feel to you on that scale of 1 to 10. How confident do you feel in the area? How fulfilled, how happy are you feeling in these particular areas? That's what you want to kind of ask yourself. So you would go through each of these areas and look at each of the questions, and then you're going to total them up. That would be your personal score. This would be your fun and recreation score. So each one of these, you total them up, add your score at the bottom of the box. And so after you have all of your scores, you're then going to go to each area and divide it by 8. Why 8? Because there are 8 areas of life that we're looking at. So if your personal score, say, was 56, and you divide that by 8, that would give you 7. That number 7 is what you're finally going to shade in here on your life compass. So it is giving you an average score based on the numbers you rated here on the page. So you're going to have areas of life that are much lower and much higher, and that's okay. That is something that happens with all of us. There's always some sort of imbalance, but the important part is that we are seeing and recognizing that imbalance and then trying to bring that to a more balanced level. We're never going to be 10 out of 10 in every area of life. It's not about getting the perfect score. It's about creating balance in the areas, not about being perfect. So this life compass is going to be really the major guiding factor when it comes to your goal setting. And so after you complete the life compass, you have your intentions for 2021. You have some questions and areas to work through. And then you also have your word of the year that you can place down here at the bottom. When it comes to setting goals, we have here an area to read through that helps you when considering a particular goal, asking yourself, is it within alignment for your intentions of the year? Is it going to get you closer to what you really want in life? Is it a goal you've chosen for yourself, not for somebody else, but for yourself? Is it going to feel good and motivating to you? Are you going to be able to emotionally commit to starting and finishing this goal? Do you see yourself achieving this goal? And is this goal realistic? Is it actually achievable within the time frame you're setting yourself? So after you go through and you ask yourself these questions, if you've answered no to any of them, then that may be a signal for you to review that goal, maybe make adjustments, or remove it and replace it with something else that is better suited for what you are wanting to achieve in your current stage of life. So then after asking yourself these questions and making any adjustments that might be needed, you then have here on the next page examples of some measurable and specific goals, which I really always appreciate because sometimes we can get stuck with how to word a specific goal or what would it look like if it's really written as an achievable or specific measurable goal. So it's great that she provides examples and some tips on how to write your goals. And then this is new over here. We have 3 types of goals. This was not included in last year's planner, so I'm happy to see this in this year's planner. And the 3 types of goals are stretch goals, progress goals, and maintenance goals. And what I love about this is it's breaking down those long-term goals, the short-term goals, and more of the immediate goals. So this is a great way to break it down to where you're defining those dreams and wishes, you're taking action on where you're currently at within your intentions and your goals, and then you're also creating a maintenance system for continuing the progress that you have made on these specific goals throughout your lifetime, not just for this year, but taking those healthy habits that you have developed or these great changes that you have made in your life and keeping them on track through a maintenance type of system. So once we get past our 3 types of goals, we then come into how to set up your long-term vision, which is annual goals, how to break that down into smaller monthly goals, and then how to break those monthly goals into action steps for your weekly actions. And you have here a step-by-step process. Again, Sierra is holding your hand through this, and I love it because it's like having your own personal life coach as you're setting up your 2021. Then we come into some ideas to consider when you're writing about your goals in each specific area of life. But this is great because you are then kind of getting the wheels turning for different areas that you could focus on. It's kind of like a trigger list for you. So this is extremely helpful. I know that I greatly appreciate having that. And then we have here where you can do some more brain dumping on the right-hand side for other things that you might want to consider for writing your goals in those areas of life. We then come into the actual goal writing, goal setting pages. So the previous ones were kind of your workbook. That's like your worksheet to really kind of get things broken down, to narrow down what it is you're going to focus on for this coming up year. And now we are really scripting it out and putting our intentions down on paper. So this is going to be your area to write out your goals for each area of life. And one thing that is new on these goal pages is the focus section here at the top. So that way you can hone in on a specific intention for each of these areas. But you've got great space here to write those goals out. You can do as many as you like. This is your planner. This is your goal setting. If you want 10, you do 10. If you want 1, you do 1. That is all up to you, and that is the great thing about setting goals. You do what works for you. And I am someone who does not like to have too many because I get overwhelmed. So I would usually do 3 at the most for each area. And that's what I plan on doing. So there's great room for you to work through those. You then come to a vision board. You have 2 pages here to work on a vision board. Goal setting quick tips. I love a quick tip page. So a great page to refer to. And then you go right into your planning system. So we start here in January, and these planners have a little bit more color from last year, and I love the extra splashes that they've added. So we have a great quote in beautiful color on January. And right away, what I'm so excited about is the date placements. They used to be in the center. They are now off to the right. And my eyes are very happy to see that. So I really appreciate that little adjustment that they made. And I think it makes all the difference. So you have a wonderful space here for your month on 2 pages. Then you flip right into your monthly goals. So this is where you're still focusing on your goals. They are not lost in the front of your planner. They are going to be with you throughout each month and each week. So we've got the date at the top here, which is another new addition. There was no monthly date at the top of the monthly goal page. It is there now. You have your breakdown. You still have your focus section. So this is where you're going to take a breakdown of your yearly goals and put it into your current month for each area of life. Then you have your weekly actions. This is where you are taking those goals and breaking it down into actionable steps. I love that they have the week at the top of the action page here now. So if you're someone that likes to keep track of what week we are on, I am someone who enjoys doing that. And so I greatly appreciate this little addition, but I think it's just a wonderful way to just better track progress when you are seeing the weeks that you have remaining in the year. And after the weekly actions, you come right into the weekly layout. Now, I love a horizontal planner, so that is what I have chosen. It is just simple and clean looking. It's not distracting. And you've got your heart for your gratitude here. You have your holidays at the top in a very light gray writing. There's another holiday. Then you have your habit tracking down here on the right with some note space. This is just a wonderful, clean design. I will be showing you a side-by-side comparison from last year's planner in a moment, but what your weeks are going to look like is it alternates between your weekly actions. So we have week 1, it starts weekly actions, then your weekly layout, your planner layout. And then week 2, your action steps, then your plans. Week 3, plans. Week 4, plans. And then that is the end of that month, and it finishes with a monthly reflections. And again, you have the month at the top. So each month is going to be laid out just like that. You've got another colorful quote page, and I believe for all of these months, you've got a great colorful quote page. This is going to be your quarterly review. So you go through that life compass again, making sure that you are on track. And that's going to be the start of April. Then we have May. Here's June. July, you have another quarterly check-in. August. September. I'm loving the color on these quotes. Another quarterly check-in. November. And then December. After December, which is the end of your 4th compass check-in, you then have extra pages, and this is where you can do your future planning. And then it follows up with note pages, and you have plenty of note pages here in the back. They are all lined. You have a great sturdy pocket. This is a lot more sturdy than last year's. Great quote, front and back. So 2 pockets there. You have some fun stickers here, which is just 1 sheet in the back. You have this great accordion pocket for more storage. It is super sturdy as well. And then that is the end of the planner. So let's go over some of the specific changes and updates from last year. This is where I'm going to be showing you side-by-side comparisons from last year's planner. And I have it right here with me. So last year, I loved this cover so much. I think for a first-year planner, they nailed it, like really nailed it. Okay, so let's first take a look. You can see here the coil are the same from last year. Super sturdy. And again, I carried this around with me for a couple of months, and it was in and out of my bag, no problem, no bending, no scratching on my cover here. It really held up so well, and it's super sturdy, again, for 2021. But the coil is going to be the same. The covers, there are 4 options this year. There were only 2 last year. But let's get into some of the major changes. So let's start off here with the monthly page and why I'm so excited about it. So this is 2021. This is my 2020. Right away, you can see that the date is shifted over to the right-hand side now. With it being in the center, it made it awkward to really fill in the box here if you had a lot of appointments or if you just had larger handwriting. I'm someone that does have larger handwriting. It felt like it was just in the way and kind of impeding my ability to really write neatly in the box. So I appreciate that it is moved off to the side now. And they have also made the font a little bit bigger and more clear. So you'll see the monthly font and also the weekly font is different. And so here you have your monthly goal pages. This comes after your monthly view. And for 2021, you now have your month at the top. So 2020 did not. Another big thing to note, if you look at the font difference here, the 2021 is much more bold and easy to read compared to the 2020 planner. Besides that, you also have in the new planner your focus section. Next up is the weekly action page that follows your monthly goals. And the big difference, and only difference really, is that you have your week number at the top, which I absolutely love because I feel it just helps with better goal tracking. And so now for the weekly planning pages, I'm sure you guys saw right away the big difference for 2021 is that we no longer have the thin gray lines, which I really appreciate. This was a little bit distracting. I did get used to it eventually, but at first it was a little bit distracting and it made it difficult to see the day because the days are written, or just the abbreviation of the day was written in a very light gray as the pinstripes were. It made it difficult to kind of read quickly or easily what day you were on. And so you can see here, it's much easier to read. It's very clean looking. You have a little bit thicker font. And so with the thin gray lines taken out, it just looks a lot more clean and simple. So you also have the heart, which is for your gratitude each day. The heart has been moved over to the right-hand side. It was on the left, and I know that some people felt that it was just in the way of writing for their daily to-dos or daily tasks. And so with it being on the right-hand side, it's a little bit more out of the way, which adds more room for you to write tasks on your particular day. Next up, you have your future planning days that are in the back of your 2021. And because this is just a big space taking up my desk, I'm going to show you here. This was 2020. So you had the calendar, but you didn't have any writing room, and it was all in gray font. And so this year you have beautiful coloring and you have some space for those important dates that you want to track for future planning. We then come to the very back of the planner, and the new folder for 2021 is coated. It is super sturdy. It's much, much more sturdy than last year's. This was a little bit thin, and I was a little nervous of putting things in here, so I didn't really use it. But it doesn't have any coating really, and it was just a nice thing to have if I needed it, but I really didn't use it. This year it's again coated, it's super sturdy, and I feel like I could trust this with stuffing in some more stickers or loose papers. So there we have the main differences between 2020 and 2021. I also want to say that there are other options for those of you who have a planner that you really, really love and you just can't give it up. Mäksēlife has now come out with companion notebooks, which is a notebook that includes all of the goal setting pages. And it is a quarterly notebook. It is undated, so you can start whenever you like. And those notebooks are going to be retailing for $48. And so I think it's a wonderful tool to have if you just are happy with the planner you are currently using, but want to try a different goal setting system. I'm excited about this companion notebook that they're coming out with for 2021. Again, I will leave the link down below to the website so you can take a better look at it. Unfortunately, I don't have one to show you, but I want to let you know that that option is there. They have also come out with a functional sticker book, and it's 15 pages of all functional stickers that fit perfectly within the horizontal and vertical layouts. And the sticker book retails for $20. So overall, this planner just covers everything you could possibly need if you are looking for a brand new planner that is going to do everything for you in 2021, help guide you to finally achieving those desires and working through your intentions, along with keeping your schedule together and your sanity together. So I highly recommend you head to the website, scroll through the pictures. There's going to be some videos up for you to look at too on how you can change out the cover and introducing the planner a little bit more. So I highly recommend going to the website and just perusing through everything. Even if you're not buying it, check it out. There's some great inspiration and some free resources in the library for printables. One last thing I want to mention before I forget, because I almost did. I have some snap-in bookmarks from last year. These are going to be available again. And the snap-in bookmarks retail for $15. You get 3 of them. And it's a kind of ombre effect here. So it goes from light to medium to dark gray. You have your vision, monthly goals, and this week. That way, you have a constant reminder of where you're at with your actual vision, your long-term goals, where you are now at with your monthly goals, and then your week. That keeps you on track of those action steps that you are taking. You also have a little quote here at the bottom of these: dream big, dare to grow, and then just begin. So the snap-in bookmarks are a great addition for the planner, just to keep everything organized and in place. So I hope you guys enjoyed this walkthrough of the new Mäksēlife Planner for 2021. Again, if you have any questions for me, please leave them down below in the comments. I will do my best to get back to you as quickly as possible. And as always, I appreciate you all so very much, and I will see you again soon in my next video. Bye.